Have you ever noticed that some things seem impossible to let go of? Not because they're still happening, but because your mind refuses to stop carrying them around. A mistake you made years ago can still replay itself like it happened yesterday. A secret nobody knows somehow feels heavier every month you keep it. Even an awkward conversation can echo in your head long after everyone else has forgotten it. The strange part isn't that these things happened, it's that your brain keeps treating them like they're unfinished. Your brain isn't built to carry the weight, it's built to carry unfinished business. Think about regret for a second. Two people can make the exact same mistake, but one spends years thinking about it. That's because regret isn't simply remembering the past. Regret is your brain repeatedly simulating a version of reality where you made a different decision. Every replay feels like another opportunity to solve a problem that no longer exists. So instead of filing the memory away, your mind leaves it on the mental desk like an assignment that still needs an answer. Now, if your brain refuses to put away a mistake it thinks can still be solved, imagine what happens when the problem is still alive. That's what a secret is. A secret isn't just information you're hiding from someone else. It's information your brain has agreed to constantly protect. Every conversation, every relationship, every decision has to be quietly checked against one invisible rule. Don't let this come out. That's why secrets feel heavy. Not because they're emotional, because they're always running. And if your brain is willing to constantly replay the past and constantly protect the present, it starts raising a much bigger question. Can you even trust the memories it's trying to so hard to protect? Most people imagine memory as a recording. It isn't. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it. It fills in gaps, removes details that no longer seem important, emphasizes others, and quietly updates the story to fit the person you've become. That's why siblings can remember the exact same childhood completely differently. They aren't lying to each other, they're remembering completely different versions of themselves. The things your brain decides are important don't just shape your future, they reshape your past. Now think about what happens when the process collides with another person. You're standing in an elevator, nobody speaks. 5 seconds pass. Suddenly the silence feels wrong. But why? Silence isn't painful, silence isn't dangerous. So why does your brain desperately want someone to say something? Because conversation isn't just talking, it's prediction. When people are speaking, your brain is constantly forecasting what's about to happen next. It knows whose turn it is, what the topic is, how everyone's feeling, and roughly where the interaction is going. Silence interrupts all of that. The predictions disappear, and for a brief moment, your brain has no idea what reality become. That's the discomfort, not silence, uncertainty. And once you notice that, something even stranger appears. Regret, secrets, memory, silence. None of them are really about the past. They're all about uncertainty. Regret asks, what if I had chosen something differently? Secrets ask, what happens if this gets out? Memory asks, what's actually happening? Silence asks, what happens next? They're completely different experiences, being managed by the same exact machine. Your brain isn't trying to make your life harder, it's trying to reduce uncertainty. The problem is that uncertainty isn't something you can eliminate, it's something you learn to live with, which means the moments that feel the heaviest often aren't the ones with the biggest consequences. They're the ones your brain still believes it hasn't finished solving. And maybe that's the invisible rule we're all living by. Life doesn't become heavier because of what happens to us. It becomes heavier because of what our minds refuse to put down. This is Behavior Decoded. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe and like for more.